Welcome to Happy Minds, where we develop and grow through a positive mindset. Hi, my name is Ty.
And I'm Jer.
So today we just want to share a little bit about why we started on this YouTube channel.
And what is Happy Minds about?
So I know, thinking back a year ago while we were out on a hike, I brought up suggest that we share because we do a lot of hiking, right?
Yeah.
And we do a lot of girls talk about just our personal day-to-day, everyday experience. And I suggest that, you know what, let's bring this onto a YouTube platform and share it with everybody, because I think everything that we talked about are so relatable. Mm-hmm. And we're hoping that someone out there may, get maybe inspired by, or that we may be able to help them out there who may be struggling or going through the same experience we are going through in life.
Mm-hmm. I think at that time I was trying to start my own thing, like as a life coach too, and so I was like, I had a moment where I'm like, okay, let me see if I have time for this or not.
Yeah. Yes, you did. You're like, let me get back to you. But I was talking to a friend, and he was like, why don't you share your information? Because I think it's, again, very relatable, and people can really make use of your stories or your experience. And then of course that's when we came together and we're like, you know what, let's do it. Yeah. Because what we talk about this kind of stuff every day anyway, and it's so natural and effortless for us.
Yeah.
So
I think my dilemma at that time was like, what can I share on this podcast if versus what I am doing like as a life coach, and so that was where my dilemma was a little bit, and so that's how, like, let me give it some thought.
Yeah, and honestly, I think with me sharing my experience with you, some of my stories and my experience with you, I think gives you a lot of practice too. You know what I mean?
Yes, for sure. It was very valuable, and I really appreciated you for being so vulnerable and raw with your experiences, because that's like the best. That's the best way to practice as a coach. On my end. Yeah,
and you're always a great listener, and you always give honest feedback for me as well. So definitely, like, through this journey, and we both are, on the personal development journey together right now. We're, of course, our experiences are different, right? Our stories are different, but we're on the journey and developing ourselves, and there's so much joy in learning about ourselves right now and the challenges that we go through. And you have helped me, like, identify, or even just listening, being a friend to listen to me vent, and that kind of helps me identify my challenges even quicker, or actually answer a lot of my own questions, just because you're there to help me listen, to help listen to my venting.
Well, I'm glad that I was able to give you that.
Yeah, and I think at one point too, when we started doing some of our practice taping, I did question, if I was sharing maybe too much information about myself, if I was too vulnerable, and putting myself out there to the public. And I did question if this was really the right thing for me to do, if I really want to be criticized, or am I okay that someone, will judge me and criticize me. And then I realized that, if I can't be vulnerable and share this, information about myself and the stories and the experience at this level, then there's no point in making a YouTube channel, because I want to be real, I want to be raw, I want you guys to feel, and if you can relate to, if you're going through the same thing that I am, or struggling through the same challenges, that you can relate to it. And I think the best way to do it is to be open.
Yeah. I mean, you made such a good valid point, that I think that we all do come to that self-doubt, that self-criticism stage.
Because it is. Every time when you put yourself out there, you're risking that.
Yeah. And I'm so glad that you were able to understand how powerful you were able to kind of overcome or work through that, so that way you were able to come through that challenge and say, you know what, I am going to, you know, because as you mentioned, like, it's so the information that we do share on our podcast are so relatable to almost every situation.
And it's very personal, you know. It's very personal. It's deep. It hurts, right? Because as you go through these things, so you are very vulnerable when you share these information. But like I said, there's no point to making a YouTube channel if you can't even share the nitty-gritty, the real, the raw things that you go through in life, the struggles, the true struggle, because those are what I feel are relatable. You know, when I'm listening in on a podcast, I want to be able to relate to them. And when someone is real and raw and is open, that's when I can connect with them the most. And I get the most value out of it. So that's what we're here, and we're ready to share our story with all of you. And, you know, full disclose, we're not experts. We're not here to give advice or diagnose anyone. We're purely here to, again, share our personal experience and through our everyday life, through our personal journey, personal development journey. And we hope that, you know, we can help enlighten someone out there who may be struggling or experiencing some of the same challenges in life.
And I believe that's really crucial for a lot of us to go through this personal development journey with someone, because there's a lot of advantages that you get from going through the journey with someone. And if you don't actually have someone to actually hold your hand and have conversations with, you know, like tune in to Ty and I, we try to cover all bases, and like we said, you know, it's very relatable, and so maybe we can help you through some of your own challenges, or inspire you to actually move towards something else too.
I love that. And, you know, I think what's unique about us too is that we want to take you on the journey with us, because we're on the journey currently. And, you know, unlike most professionals or most YouTubers, they speak from a place of expertise, whether that's a degree or, you know, they have gone through the experience already and they have survived it, and now they have written a book about it and they're teaching about it. For us, it's like we're going through the experience right now. And so we, you know, any surprises, any discovery that we, you know, experience through our week, that's what we'll share on our weekly
and we have like specific like examples of like real life scenarios that happens and the emotions that are attached to it, and we're able to be raw and authentic that way.
So I think that's all that I have. I mean, we always appreciate, you know, your comments. We'll definitely read them. And again, we're newer, so we're not great in front of. I can't speak for you, but I'm not great in front of a screen like this at all, or being taped like this. So
and I mean, I think that goes for every new YouTuber.
I actually hate watching myself, so I'm gonna try to like work on that piece. And get over that.
The hard part is like listening to what we have to say and perfecting it. But we are always open to any kind of like constructive feedback. So please let us know if there's anything that we can help guide you, or if you have anything that, you know, you would like to share with us on our channel. With that said, thank you so much for joining us on Happy Minds. Until next time, take this time to train your mind. Bye for now.